The next part is we are learning the CSS part, right? So in CSS, there are two things. One is inline CSS and external CSS. Okay. So, or linked CSS, or we'll say linked CSS. Okay. So the thing is, this website is looking good, but the HTML code is not looking good. If you see here, there are a lot of things we are putting. The real content is this, which is starting at body, correct? The real content of the website is this. But we are mixing this style part here. This should be there in some other file, right? So it's possible. You can keep the styling part separately. That's why there are UI developers are there, or we say UI UX developers. What they do is somebody will create the content and then will say, hey, keep all these things in proper format as per the requirement. So what I'm saying is creating the text box form is fine, but then you can ask your UI developers to beautify it, right? Once the content is created, you can say, hey, I don't want this table to be here. I want at the right hand side. I want the background color to be changed, right? This submit button is not looking good. Can you make it some circular kind of button? Or can you keep the picture, background picture in the body, right? In faded way. There are a lot of things to do when you are designing a website. That is the task of UI developers then. Okay. Okay. So how to keep the styling part separated from the body content? It's possible. So let's see. Somewhere in tutorial, probably they'll talk about the things about keeping it separated. I'm sure there is somewhere they will talk about it. So CSS is fine. Yeah, this is the way. Why use CSS? We talked about to design, to create a proper layout and all. Fine. And next chapter is about syntax. So generally what it is, it's like a property and the value. So if you say color, which is a property, and value is blue. Font size is property, the value is 12 pixel. It's like this. For a paragraph, you can say color is equals to red, text line is equals to center. A lot of things you can do. It is not just text and font size. There are a lot of things to do. CSS, yeah. As I said, if you put hash means wherever the ID is para1, do this thing. It's like this. Fine. Yeah, wherever it's like class, then do this thing. You can mix it. So there is a paragraph which has the class name as center, then do this thing. Okay. It's like this. I'll tell you what it is. Don't worry. I will explain this. And asterisk means it will apply for all the elements. Okay. Star means this will be applied for all the elements, right? We should not use it actually. Yeah, that's fine. Done. Okay, done. I'm going to the next one. Basically, uh, insert CSS. Yes, I was talking about this. How you can insert the CSS? There will be external CSS, internal CSS, inline CSS. So what we did is actually internal CSS. This is called internal CSS. Inline CSS is this. Let me show you one example. This one is inline CSS, where you are at the same time when you are saying body and you're saying, hey, my properties will be this, right? Or when you put style is equals to something, that is inline CSS, right? So you must have seen somewhere, you will see there is a style is equals to something. So I'll show you what I'm saying. So this is external CSS. We'll do it last. First, let's understand. Mm, yeah, this one is internal CSS. We did it already by keeping the style tag and saying what should happen with the body, what should happen with the h1 tag. It's like this. But where is inline CSS? This one. So inline CSS is at the h1 itself, you're saying, hey, my style should be like this, which doesn't look good actually. People are using it, that's fine. But the thing is, the main thing is it's a h1 and this is the content. We should keep this thing somewhere separated, but it's fine for some of the element. If you want to say then and there, if you want to say, it's fine. So then and there you can say style is equals to, so style means how paragraph will look like. It's like red color will be there for that paragraph. It's like this, the text will be on red color. Main thing here to learn about is external CSS. Let's do that. Okay, so what I was saying, uh, let's delete this from here. I'm deleting it. I will delete the whole content. This thing, delete, Control X. And let's create a new file. And the file name, let's put the content first. And here I will say CSS, is it possible? Yes. Then I'll save this and I will say this is my website css.css. You can give any name. The extension should be .css basically. Save this, done. But by saying this, it will not work automatically. Now my website will look very bad. Let's see. If I'll refresh this, it's showing me all those things are gone, right? About ATM alignment, about that red color gone. So I want to apply the CSS property, this thing, to assignment.html. So somewhere I have to say, hey, for this web page, follow this CSS. It's like this. How to do that? It's very simple. You have to say link rel is equals to style sheet. So link relationship is this. And the href means where it is present. So you can present the path of where is your CSS file and keep it in head. Okay. So what it is saying that keep it here. And the name is, instead of this, it will be my website css.css. If I'll save this, and now if I'll refresh this, properties has come again. Correct? So this is the way you keep the CSS differently. And it's not like that you can add only one CSS. So for example, let's say for the table, you want to keep the CSS differently. For example, where we create the table, this one. You want to keep the properties related to table separate. It's fine. How to do that? It's very simple. I'll create one more CSS file. So I'll say language is CSS, and I'll say wherever is my table, my properties will be. So you can decide how your table will look like, background color and all, right? Whatever property you want to give. So for example, border is equals to, no, it's colon, border colon 5. Let's say this. What else you can do? Table property. You can just Google what are the things you can do with tables. So let me check. Table CSS style options HTML. I'm just checking what are the things. You can say 1 pixel solid, something like that. Okay. Yeah, there are options, whatever you want to do. So let's say you want to show this in green color, the header in green color, right? So what you can do, I'm just checking. So you can, okay. You can say wherever is the th, yes, do this thing for the header. Padding is 8 pixel and this color, great. So I don't know whether this will work. Then when wherever there is a customer ID, the even thing will be having background color, something like that. I'm just copying it. I'll tell you. I know how this will work, but let me at least do this thing first. Let me copy this. Okay, copying this for the table. Hold on. So for not, we will do it for th basically. So table is fine. Here for all the th means the heading. Uh, I want to do this. Padding is this something like this, and let's save this. So we will say all type. I'll say my table css dot css just for the table we are creating. So wherever the table will be there, there is a fixed property how the header will be shown. It's like this. So you have to align it. Then it's not like that. You just have to write CSS automatically it will work. No, you can create one more link that it's for my table.css. Done. Let's see if it is working. Refresh. Yes, if you see here, this first name and last name is coming in, particular property. Why it is coming? Because we said that for the header, padding will be 12 pixel, padding from the bottom is 12 pixel, text alignment is left, background color is, this is like color coding, right? You can say red, green, blue also, or the mix of red, green, blue. There are a lot of ways to do it. Actually, you can in the bracket, there is a combination of 256, the weightage, right? So if you'll keep 0, 0, 0, that means there is a meaning. Red, it's a mix of red, green, blue. Okay. So read about it. This is good for, so if I'll say 234 comma something, right? So this will be a mixture of the weightage of red is 100, the weightage of this is green, this is the weightage of blue is this. It's like this. Instead of this, you can write like this also. So it's like a hex coding. This has some meaning. This double A has some meaning, right? If you have read about hexadecimal numbers, you will get to know what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not going into that part as of now. And color, this is like text color, right? So as of now, that's why this heading text color is white, right? Can we change it to, you can put it anything. I will say green. Somebody was asking whether it is a case sensitive or not. Let's try. So I'll refresh it. Yeah, it's green. So you can put it in small also. You can put it in capital also. That's fine. But its spelling should be correct. So I think if I'll make it greener, so I don't think it will work. See here, by default, it is coming in black color. So I have to keep it green only. Fine. what I was saying is you can mix two things. Mix means make it better. Going back to our website, what I'm saying is, let's assume this is the table, right? And it has ID, cricketer. There may be multiple table. There may be in your website, this is just one table. There may be 2 to 3 different tables. Maybe the cricketer statistics, for that records, you have another table. The concern is here, I want to keep the green background for cricketers table only, like cricketer name table, correct? So because you have put the ID, you can combine it with table. So in the CSS, basically you can say, hey, um, for the table part, for the table part. So as of now, we are getting it like this, right? Or let's assume for the header part also. Let's see for the table part first. So I will say that find out a table, but its class, its ID should be cricketer. Then only apply this. It's like this. Find out a table where ID is cricketer. It's like this. Okay. So that will be applied for this table. If I make it 0, you will see the difference. I'm saving this. And now if I do refresh, see here, the border width is different now, correct? And if I'll make it 5, I'll save this, refresh this, it's different. Fine. Same is for the TH. Let's say there are other tables, there also the heading is there. You don't want to touch that. You don't want to change anything about that. You want to change the header where, you know, cricketer details are there, right? Then only change it. So you can combine in your website, wherever you are using TH, give it some ID. It's possible, right? You can give the ID. Let's say ID is equals to, you can, I'm just keeping, let's say PK, okay? And I will say here also, let's see the difference. For one table header, I'm saying ID is PK, and for another table header, I'm not saying ID is PK, right? So here you will see the difference. Let me copy this and paste it. So one has hash PK, means ID PK. So I'll say for this, the color will be red. Okay. So you'll see the difference. One table header will come in light green color and second will come in the red color, right? So let me save this, refresh this. See here, this is coming in red, but this is still in the green color, correct? So why it is happening? Because I have said that my first header has ID PK. So I'm combining TH with the ID and then giving the property to this whole header that I want to see it as red colored, right? Whereas the other header has like green, where I'm not putting any ID. So here we don't have any ID for the next header value. That's why it is keeping the default thing what we have given here as a TH only. Good thing to learn. Right? So all the things are, any website when you see, you should think about what kind of styling they have put. Why this sign up here is showing me in a rectangular border. Why the background color of something? Let's open any random website. We'll open, let's say, irctc.co.in. There is a ticketing website. Or let's open erail.in. There is one more website which is erail. Okay. Here, if you see, this get train have a particular background and blue color, right? So if I do right click and say inspect, I'll be able to see the property behind that particular button. Okay. So I'll show you. So if you see here, the right hand side is about style. Right hand side is about style. Let me keep this here. The left hand side is about let's say element, which is this. Okay, you can inspect also any particular element. So I can click on this arrow icon. I can go here. So this is talking about this input ID is equals to button from to. It's showing me all the properties of that particular element. It's saying color is blue. That's why it is coming as blue color. Cursor, pointer. So whenever I'm putting it here, the automatically it is converting it to, this what we say, the a kind of pointer. Font weight is bold. That's why it's showing me bold. Width is 60 pixel. Height is 34 pixel. In the live website also you can change this. Let's change this. Is it I'm making it 20 pixel. Height is also 20 pixel. See here, it's changing. It's changing, right? So let's keep it as it is. What it was, I forgot. 64 and whatever it was. You will refresh it, you will get it again. So I change it again. And then background is this color, right? So you can change the background. Let's make it hash AA FF, that's fine. And I'll say 77 or some other color. Let's say FF or make it GG and 44. So whatever the combination is coming here, right? It's like this. We should not do that. It's saying there is an error. So maybe some syntactical mistake we are doing. It's fine. But this is my CSS property for this particular element. So checking any element will give you a lot of details about that element. If you see here, it's showing me it is an input. ID is equals to button. Type is equals to button. Title is equals to something. On click, what will happen? So on click is a kind of function which it will call. It's like this. Value is equals to get train. That's why it is showing you the option get train. I can change it. So I'll say get my train. I'm changing it to get my train. Enter. See here, it is changed to get my train. It is for your own static thing. It's not like that. For all the people who are opening this EL.in will see now get my train. You cannot do it. It is client side scripting. You can do some experiment with that. Okay. So that's about the CSS. Next time we will learn about JavaScript basic.